Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, and in today's video we will be discussing subsets problem, which is 78th problem of LeetCode, and we will be solving this problem using bit masking. We have initially solved this problem using backtracking and classic recursion, and you can watch these two videos on our channel, and I would highly recommend you to do so, and I will be adding the links of these videos in the description as well. So let me discuss about the intuition behind bit masking approach for subsets. First of all, let me write the subsets of 1, 2, 3. What are the subsets of 1, 2, 3? These are the 8 subsets of 1, 2, 3. So if I consider 1, 2, 3 as a 3-bit sequence, then I can write all the possible combinations of these 3 bits as this. And now if I try to map every single bit sequence to its subset, then we can say that belongs to empty subset, that belongs to a subset where it has 3. It can be mapped to 2, it can be mapped to 2, 3 similarly, and finally this subset can be mapped to 1, 2, 3. So as you can see, we have 8 subsets again, right? Basically, if I consider this array as a n-bit sequence where n is 3 in our case, then its every possible bit sequence corresponds to a subset, and we can exploit this behavior to compute subsets, and that is what bit masking approach is all about. So guys, how we will proceed ahead programmatically? We know that these are 8 subsets, right? And in general we will be having 2 raised to power n subsets where n is the size of array. This represents 0th subset, this will represent 1th subset, and similarly this will represent 7th subset, and as it is indexed from 0, these will be our 8 subsets. So what I will be doing is I will be running a loop from 0 to 2 raised to power n minus 1, and in this case it will be 0 to 7. For every loop iteration I will map that particular index with a subset. So when I'm at 6 and I need to map this to 1, 2, so I know the bit sequence of 6 is 1, 1, 0. 6 can be represented in binary form using 1, 1, 0. Using this bit sequence, what I will do is I will run a loop on these 3 bits, right? And I will check if its last bit is set or not. If it is set, then I will include that into our subset, else I will not, right? For example, this. So I can see, okay, this bit is not set, its last bit is not set. I will, not include 3 in the subset. Then I will check its second last bit. Okay, is this a set bit? Yes. Then I will include 2 into the set. Is this a set bit? Yes. I will include into the set. Let us consider another example. So in one of our iteration from 0 to 7, when I am at 3, its bit representation is 0, 1, 1. And how will it be mapped to 2, 3 subset? I will check if its last bit is set or not. If its last bit is set, I will add that number to our output array. And then I will right shift this number altogether. So 3 will be right shifted by 1 bit, and it will be converted into 0, 1, right? And then again I will check if its last bit is set or not. It is set in this case, I will add that as well, right? Now again I will right shift it by 1, and if I will check if its last bit is set or not. It is not, then I will not add that to our answer, and this will be a subset in this case, right? Guys, I wanted to discuss an important subroutine which will be used in our code is how we will check if a number has its last bit set or not. For example, 3, its binary representation is 0, 1, 1. How would I know in constant time that its last bit set or not? What if I perform this operation? This is bitwise AND of 3 with 1. So 3's binary representation is 0, 1, 1. 1's binary representation is 0, 0, 1. And this will result into 1, 0, 0. And this will be 1. So output of this will be 1, right? And what if I do a bitwise AND of 6 with 1? What I will get? 6 binary representation is 1, 1, 0. 1's binary representation is 0, 0, 1. And the result of it will be 0, 0, 0, 0. So as I can see, if I do a bitwise AND with any number to 1, if it comes out to be 1, then I can say that its last bit is set, otherwise its last bit is not set, right? And this is what exactly we will be using. So guys, we will not be going through actual code here, and this is kind of homework for you because this code is kind of self-explanatory and intuitive. And let me know if any other feedback you have in comments below. Guys, in our next video we will be trying to solve this letter case permutation problem, which is 784th problem of LeetCode. So stay tuned for that. Bye.